Kick off. Let's talk about something, serious. You guys were kind of personally affected this year by the cancellation of G.I. Joe 2.
I know, man. Oh, yeah. I was so bummed at that. It was gonna time out like so perfectly. We got done shooting that episode, and then the next day they're like, "We're pushing it a year." And,
I don't know how many people noticed, though.
Not a lot. A few did.
They were just like,
only hardcore geeks like you do this all day long.
Yeah.
Channing, bring him back.
Bring him back.
Got
We
to.
need him.
Can't leave out Magic Mike.
No.
Channing,
Well, that's what they saw Magic Mike, and we're like, we gotta have him. Those abs need to come back.
Would you guys go back and maybe reference that in like a joke in like a later episode next season?
Like meta style?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we tend not to do too meta.
We just do literal rip-offs. No meta.
Yeah, no.
We're trying to steer away from like the winking because there's so much of it on other shows that you're like, it's a crutch.
Yeah.
So I asked your cohorts, it's a show about working and all
What
that.
are cohorts?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Those other two guys.
Oh, word.
Okay.
What's the worst job you've ever had? It's a show about work, so I think it's a fair question. What's the worst job you've ever had?
Telemarketing for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's worse.
That's kind of where the show came from. Is Durs and I both did telemarketing, and we're like, "What's the worst job?" And like Blake worked at a pizza place and delivered sandwiches and that kind of thing, which is kind of a shitty job, but like you gotta like have fun at it, and the dudes were cool.
Drive around, listen to music.
Yeah.
There's nothing soul-sucking like just sitting on a phone, talking to a stranger, trying to convince them to like do some shit.
Yeah, buy stuff that they do not need.
How
You're
long
like,
did you last?
I did it over a year.
I did it for like 5 years. I did it in
27 hours.
Really?
What was the sucky? Was it just people getting mad at you, or?
I had blowhorns in the ears, and it's like sad because you learn all these different techniques of how to sell someone, and then you're talking to some old woman that you're like tricking her into buying some stuff. Basically, yeah, just like some knives that cut through pennies or whatever, and you know that this old woman does not need this stuff, but she's like, okay.
And they tell you why too. They're like, oh, I can't, like Medicare, like the money, it's not coming in. They give you like exact information. I know, like, oh, this lady's living on $18,000 a year.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Don't you love your grandkids? That was always my go-to. That was always,
Looking over you guys, kind of filmography, you guys were in kind of Hollywood doing projects here and there. You were kind of producing certain projects. What made you guys just say, F it and combine forces? I know you, Blake, and Kyle have lived together.
We were all living together, and we did like improv in college, and then I met Durs at Second City, where we both trained, and then thought he was really funny, and then I was like, we should start making YouTube videos. Kyle and I were already making some YouTube videos. It was like right in 06, like right when YouTube came out, so it was like a really cool thing. We actually saw, the way we found out about YouTube is we saw The Lonely Island, and our editor buddy was like, they just got on SNL, it's not out yet, they're gonna be like the new thing, and we're like, we'll be the judge of that. And then we watched their stuff, and we're like, what is this YouTube player? You can like, it doesn't take too long to load, you can just press play. And so
you guys know YouTube?
Uploading.
I've heard about it.
Good.
They say it's going to catch
It's
on.
going to be a big thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Watch Auto-Tune remixes.
Just twerking videos.
It's a good segue because I was going to ask, just as somebody who's watched the show for all 3 seasons. It started out and it felt like there was a lot of improv, but I kind of just wanted to ask you how much more improv to writing ratio. It seems like this 3rd season there's a very well written narrative arcs and very good things going, and I just wanted to know how much of the ratio.
We still improv quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't improv a story, so like the story's always there, but we
it's 36 to 64.
yeah, 36 to 64%.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
Just about.
The magic.
Hey man, you guys asked.
That's right.
I'm giving you the facts.
We always try to get it how we've written it because we've worked hard on a script, so we want to get it, and then we end up going off and going on weird tangents and that kind of stuff. We always try to do one take where Kyle doesn't call cut and we just kind of.
Yeah, if it's not as funny as we thought it was gonna be, or like, you know, even if it's funny enough, we'll still just do something different to like have fun. It gets really boring to just like read lines that we laughed at 2 weeks ago or whatever. It's like I want to have a good time on set doing something new or seeing these guys do something new. Because then it catches you off guard and you're like,
You guys, now that you have more visibility and things like that, are you guys working on anything else? Are you producing anything?
Yeah, writing a movie. It's not a Workaholics movie, but it's starring the three of us.
Anything
It's
that,
action
without blowing the thing wide open, just anything you can tell me about it?
action comedy. It's this new genre we've invented.
Yeah, that's all us.
Yeah.
And all of you guys, all 4 of you are involved in it?
Yeah. It's gonna change. It's gonna change our lives.
Television. It's gonna change television.
This movie's gonna change
Not
television.
not movies.
You guys,
It's gonna be an MLW.
you guys will still be the same, we'll be different.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Third season's amazing.